Hello, and welcome back to our Daily Games series. We're starting, as always, with Worldle. And to be honest with you, this one is upsetting me a little bit. I originally thought this might be Yemen or Oman. I was like 100% sure it was one of those. And then I stared at it for a little bit longer, and I'm like, no. Because if this were Yemen or Oman, then this coastline would be at an angle like this, because the Arabian Peninsula is like tilted up from south to north along that bottom edge there, and this is tilted down. So if it's not Yemen or Oman, I really have no idea where this is. If I've said it a lot, especially early on in this series, that the rule one of Crouching Puma's Worldle guide is if you see straight borders, you're in Africa or the Middle East most of the time. Rule two is if you're dealing with an island or a small nation, that this isn't even really a rule. This is just like I don't even know what to call this, but like it's just hard because it's so hard to imagine what those silhouettes look like blown up to a normal size. Now I'm thinking like Albania, but Albania's again not oriented this horizontally. It's more north to south. It is slightly southeast to northwest, but not to this extreme. It could be Qatar, maybe? I don't know what Qatar looks like, to be honest with you. I know it's not Bahrain. Bahrain is an island that's like oval shaped, I think, off the coast of Saudi Arabia. This is not Somalia. It could be Eritrea or Djibouti, I suppose. But to me, I would think the coastline is this on the southwest side, and that this is a land border, which makes me want to say Yemen. Oh my god. What is this? I'm gonna I'm I'm torn between Yemen and Djibouti. I don't think it's Djibouti. And I don't think it's Yemen. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go Yemen. I'm actually gonna be more mad if it is Yemen, because I know I'm 100% sure. I will bet my life that this is not Yemen, but I don't know where to go. So I'm just gonna try to speed us through this process. Yeah, it's not even close. It's 6,000 kilometers west. So my whole concept of how large the world is has been snapped in half like a twig, because we learned, was that yesterday? Time is collapsing in on itself. That Norway to Nepal is 6,500 kilometers? I still, like, my brain absolutely cannot process that. It makes no damn sense. How can that possibly be true? Not Liberia. Lebanon to Cambodia was 8,000 kilometers. How can that be 1,500 kilometers longer than Norway to Nepal? You have to go across, like, not all of Europe, but most of Europe. You're going from northwest Europe to South Central Asia. I feel like that should be like 12,000 kilometers. Whatever. Anyway. So this is roughly the distance of Norway to Nepal from Yemen. I'm so stupid. This is either Sierra Leone or Liberia. This is the southwest coast of Africa. As soon as I started thinking about that region, it immediately clicked in my head. Now the question is this Sierra Leone or Liberia? I think this is Liberia, because I think Sierra Leone is not quite at this extreme of an angle. I think Liberia is like right at the apex of the coast, where Western Africa goes from a flat southern coast up to a flat western coast. You have like Senegal, Guinea-Bissau up here. You have Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Nigeria over here. I can't remember. Sierra Leone, I want to say, is here? Or here. It's like right on either side of Liberia, but I think this is Liberia. Thank God. Okay. I don't know why I couldn't think of that at the beginning. You know, that is one of the most obvious places in the world that has a coastline on the southwest side. That whole stretch of that huge continent. I don't know why. I even said like the angles aren't right for it to be Yemen, and I just couldn't think of anything. That's embarrassing, but at least we figured it out. Let's do what we've been doing the last week or so and just go with our country from Worldle into Globle. 8,000 kilometers. So that's the old Lebanon to Cambodia. You cannot possibly convince me that here to here it's... You could convince me it's longer, but 1,500 kilometers longer than here to here? How is that possible? Is the Earth fatter than it is tall? Wait, no, this would be like the opposite. Because if it was fatter than it was tall, then I feel like this would be... Never mind. I'm confusing myself. Anyway, 8,000 kilometers from Liberia. So if we're looking at one of these babies, I would have a hard time believing we were anywhere in South America. I feel like all of these countries are less than 8,000 kilometers, other than possibly Chile or Peru. I could believe easily like Mexico or Canada. And then we could obviously be in Asia somewhere. I don't think we could be... We could be in Africa, but I think we would have to be like down here, like Madagascar, Comoros, Mauritius, Seychelles area. Or we could be in Northeast Europe. So we really could go in any direction. We're like in the middle of the country, or the globe. I mean, there is no middle because it's a sphere. But the middle of like the regions that I use to categorize these for myself. I'm not making any sense. I'm sorry. My brain is fried. Let's go Peru. Alright, that was worse. So let's go Estonia. Alright, that's 4,000 kilometers away. 3,500. Perhaps we overshot a wee bit. I don't know. 8,000 kilometers? That feels roughly right to me. But then again, this is only 6,500 kilometers, so what the hell do I know? So maybe we're looking around here, like Georgia. Alright, getting closer, 2,000 kilometers. Afghanistan, Pakistan. Okay, well, actually that's very helpful. That's better than it bordering Pakistan. It is 27 kilometers from Pakistan, but it does not border Pakistan, which means it's not Afghanistan. It's not Iran. I don't think it's Tajikistan. And I don't think it's China, although it could be. It's not India. It could be our homie Nepal, to be honest with you. But it was only 4,000 kilometers from Estonia. Which means I think we're going in this direction. I think we're going to either Turkmenistan or Tajikistan or Uzbekistan. They all kind of meet right around here. But 27 kilometers? It has to be like Uzbekistan. Because Tajikistan, I said it could be Tajikistan. It can't be, because Tajikistan borders Pakistan. So I think Uzbekistan, I think there's probably a little tiny baby stretch of land that like where it is really close to each other but doesn't technically touch. Damn it. That doesn't help at all. Because we knew it was already in this region. It's not Tajik. Well, actually no, never mind. It doesn't help. I wonder, Mr. Potter. Could it be Tajikistan? Maybe China comes in or Afghanistan comes in. Maybe they work together. They tag team this bitch, and they separate Tajikistan from Pakistan. They do, and the globe broke, so I can't even see it. Let's reload here. Wow. There is just a tiny, tiny sliver of mountains where Tajikistan and Pakistan don't touch. That's upsetting. So what was it? 7 guesses? No, not the magic number. Or at least we're still under 6 for our average. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what Tajikistan's flag looks like. I know what Liberia's flag looks like, so let's go Liberia. Just because, I mean, it doesn't really matter, because it's either going to be right or it's not. It's not. And, spoiler alert, we should have gone with Tajikistan, because I think this is Jordan? Maybe? Or the UAE, but I think it's Jordan. Yes. Yes. Yes! Feel the power flow through me. We're on a 7-day streak? I swear we just missed a flag a few days ago. Has it really already been a week? That's crazy, bro. This could be a lot of things. This could be like a Western. This looks pretty old. I don't know. I mean, this could also be like Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna go with Stagecoach. It's not an option. What about Unforgiven? Is this No Country for Old Men? Haven't we already had No Country for Old Men? That was on Sporkle, I think. Alright, thank God I got that. I don't know how anyone would get it from this. The only people who would get it from this are the Coen brothers. Otherwise, you've watched No Country for Old Men way too many times. And that's one of my, 10 favorite movies of all time. I don't even know how many times I've seen it. There's no way I would have guessed that from this. I mean, I guess if I was guessing a Western, so I was in the right genre. If I'd been thinking more modern. Although Unforgiven is pretty modern. It's from the 90s. Anyway, this is a dead giveaway if you've seen No Country, so is this. I would say this is actually more obscure than 2 and 3. Even though it's definitely not obscure, because, I mean, this is the hotel room and everything. I don't want to spoil No Country. I don't know if you haven't seen No Country. What are you doing? That's like, if I made a list of 5 movies from the last 20 years that you had to see, that would be on it. I mean, then there's De God, Anton Chigurh. God. What a fucking horrifying performance. Short filmography to the 9.1. That's The Dark Knight. All right. Short filmography, but they're in The Dark Knight, and they go back to 2001, and they're in comedies. Huh? And they haven't had a 7 on IMDb since 2009. It's not Michael Caine. It's not Morgan Freeman. It's not Cillian Murphy, I assume. It's not Christian Bale, that's for damn sure. 2001 sci-fi. What? Who's in The Dark Knight? Heath Ledger? No. Fantasy. Is that... What comic book movies were in 2006? This was pre-MCU. Batman Begins was 05. Spider-Man 3 was 07. Alright, hold on. Let's just go through The Dark Knight. If I don't get this, I'm going to lose my mind. It's not Christian Bale. It's not Heath Ledger. It's not Michael Caine. It's not Morgan Freeman. It's not Cillian Murphy, I don't think. It can't be. Because he would... Surely, Batman Begins has over a 7 on IMDb. Aaron Eckhart? I'm going to be honest with you. I can't name a single other movie that Aaron Eckhart is in besides The Dark Knight. He plays Harvey Dent, if you're unaware. I suppose it could be him. I have no way of ruling that in or out. Who else we got? We've got David Dastmalchian or whatever his name is, but we know this isn't him because he would have the Suicide Squad on here. Actually, is Cillian Murphy even in The Dark Knight? I know he's in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises. I don't think he's in The Dark Knight. Maybe he's in like one scene. This sucks. 2001 drama mystery sci-fi. 2001. Was that the year A Beautiful Mind came out? This obviously is not A Beautiful Mind. I'm just trying to get myself in the right frame of reference. Because Gladiator was 2000. A Beautiful Mind was the next year, I think, because Russell Crowe won... Didn't he win back-to-back Best Actors or something like that? Or at least he won one and was nominated another time? And also, they were both nominated for Best Picture, I believe. They're both good movies. I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that. 7.7, 2002 comedy. Comedy fantasy. Ugh, Maggie Gyllenhaal? What else is Maggie Gyllenhaal in? I feel like this has to be Aaron Eckhart or Maggie Gyllenhaal, just based on process of elimination. Who the hell else is in The Dark Knight? And I think I'm gonna go Maggie Gyllenhaal. I can't think of another movie she's in. I know she's in The Deuce, the HBO show, but that's not a movie, that's not helpful. She's been, for the last decade, I mean, she just had her directorial debut last year with The Lost Daughter, which is, oh my god, fantastic. One of the best movies of 2021. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. I'm recording this on Mother's Day. It's kind of a sad movie to watch on it's also like kind of like a reaffirming movie to watch on Mother's Day. I mean, it'll make you feel all of the things. Obviously, by the time you see this, it won't be Mother's Day anymore. And even then, it's only Mother's Day in the US. Shout out to my Brazilian and Canadian and I want to say Israeli viewers. Last time I looked at my analytics, those were the top countries outside of the US that were peeping the channel. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go Maggie Gyllenhaal. I don't know. I can't name a movie that Aaron Eckhart or Maggie Gyllenhaal have been in other than The Dark Knight. So I feel like it's one of those two. Okay, that's just kind of luck. I mean, it's not really luck. It's an educated guess, but we were Tony Darko, of course. I should have known that. Yeah, what has she been doing? So I know, like I said, she just had her directorial debut, but that was only 2021. That probably took up like 2 or 3 years of her life. But even then, so like between 2009 and 2017, what are you doing, Maggie? I guess she was probably like starting a family and like living her life. You know, more power to her. Love Maggie and Jake. It's very strange to me. One of my favorite fun facts about Hollywood is that the Gyllenhaal family is like a historic Swedish noble family, like going back like hundreds of years. They have like their own coat of arms and family tree and stuff. It's very hilarious. Everyone famous is a nepotism baby. Don't get mad about it. That's just the way the world works. They're both great actors. My boy Jake G probably. I haven't thought about this. I don't know where he falls in my favorite actors list, but he falls quite highly. That I'm certain. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support the series, for spending 15 to 25 minutes with me every day. And please like, subscribe, share, comment, do other things that I can't think of to support this series. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow.